Can we start with the Yankees, please? Let's just, because they won last night. They got into the ALCS. They knocked off the Kansas City Royals in 4 games this series. Gerrit Cole, the reason why they brought him to this team was to be an ace. Of course, he won the Cy Young last year, started the season off a little injured. But last night proves the reason why they want him on their team, being the ace in these critical situations to lock it down. 7 strong innings last night. What did you see out of him?
Yeah, Gerrit Cole's one of the last of the old school aces, Mike. You know what I mean? He lives for these moments, and it's one of the things that makes him special. It's why the paychecks come at the size they come every 2 weeks. You know, he's got 150 career wins. There's no current healthy pitcher under 30 who's even got 60. That tells you why, you know, he's a little different than everybody else out there. And I had no doubt that he would show up in a game like that. And you just see it on his face, don't you? You are not beating me tonight. And he just has that aura, and he delivers.
He delivers. He was critical last night. Once again, 7 strong innings, got the job done, survived a little bit of a scare in the 7th inning there that could have tied the game. The bullpen, masterful this postseason, 14 2/3 scoreless innings there. They've been outstanding. Giancarlo Stanton was outstanding in this series. Gleyber Torres getting on base. But, you know, as Yankee fans, we're never satisfied. We got a guy on our team who's going to be maybe the unanimous MVP. And Aaron Judge, phenomenal guy. I love him to death. Don't get me wrong. Regular season matters. But in the postseason, you know as well as I do, as a Yankee fan, if you don't show up in the postseason, no matter what you did in the regular season, people are going to start hating on you. Now, is it fair? Because we did the same thing with Barry Bonds. We did the same thing with Alex Rodriguez early on when they weren't showing up in the postseason despite their success in the regular season. Is it fair to be critical of Aaron Judge if he doesn't come through in the postseason, especially in the ALCS?
Come on, man. You know, at some point, Aaron Judge is going to have a Mr. October moment. It's one of the crazy aspects to baseball is, right, David Fry can be Mr. October.
Yeah.
And Aaron Judge takes all the heat. Kyle Schwarber actually made this point the other night. I was at the Mets-Phillies that, you know, if you look at an NBA game, Steph Curry has the ball 100 times a night. And Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, the stars of our sport, what do they get? 8 swings a night? And so I think one of the things we do best is overreact to a given night or a given week in October. I do think he's been better the last 2 games. You're really not seeing him chasing. He hit a couple of balls in Kansas City that were 114, 115 miles an hour. You can see it's in there, but like if your question is it fair to demand that Aaron Judge eventually do that thing that they're paying him to do in these games? I think that is fair. The Yankees are going to win the World Series. I don't think Aaron Judge hitting 154 in every round is going to fly.
No, yeah, and I agree with you. Like, it's not going to fly. Not in New York City. In any other city, that he would probably be able to get away with it. But once again, like I said, we criticize Barry Bonds for this. Even in the NFL, they used to criticize Peyton Manning because, hey, you can win all the MVPs you want to, but if you don't show up in the postseason against the New England Patriots when it matters the most and not get your team to the Super Bowl, you're going to be criticized. I think Aaron Judge is a great guy, a wonderful guy, a media-friendly guy, and people love him. But once again, if you don't show up when it really matters the most, I think it's fair that you can put the onus on him for his team not getting to the World. Look, once again, it's been 15 years since the Yankees got to the World Series. He's gone to the ALCS 4 times. Since 2021, he hasn't done jack for the New York Yankees in the postseason. And once again, you talk about David Fry having a Mr. October moment. Aaron Judge has not had a Mr. October moment, period, in a Yankee uniform.
Okay, that's true. But could I remind you something? they just won that series. If I had said to you a week ago, if Aaron Judge is going to hit 154 in the division series and drive in no runs, do you think would you have told me you think the Yankees are playing right now?
Not at all. Not at all.
No.
John Carlos Stanton is carrying this team right now. Gleyber Torres is carrying this team, and also I need people like Jazz Chisholm to shut up when it comes to talking smack. Don't talk smack and say people are lucky and you don't come through yourself. So I'm gonna spread the criticism around. This is just me being a Yankees fan. So forgive me. Let me go back to being a professional here, Jayson Stark, and talk about.
I know. Can I just say something though? I don't want to zip past what their bullpen has done.
Yes.
Before we really mention that, because a couple weeks ago, I was sitting around a ballpark talking to some scouts who were advancing for their teams ahead of the postseason. And we started talking about the Yankees. And here's the question that came up. After Luke Weaver, who's their second most reliable reliever? And we had a hard time agreeing on one. Okay, it seemed like an excellent question to ask.
Canely.
And then that bullpen goes out and gives up no earned runs in the whole series.
Yeah.
And they did that at a time when it feels like everywhere else, the best relievers on earth have been giving it up in a bunch of crushing defeats. Think about it. Emmanuel Clase and Cade Smith in Cleveland and Josh Hader in Houston and Devin Williams in Milwaukee. And Jeff Hoffman had a fantastic year for the Phillies. And while all that's going on, the Yankees bullpen turns unhittable. Just a reminder that baseball this time of year is just amazing.
And Clay Holmes has been stepping up in his role, his new role with the Yankees as well. So shout out to all of them and Canley and all those guys with the Yankees right now.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.